I can't believe this. Oh my God. 100 subs. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are amazing. Shout out to you guys. Let's get into the charts as we always do. Oh my God. I'm overjoyed with gratitude. You guys have really knocked it out of the park. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the price like we always do on the daily basis. Shout out to you guys, though. Thank you for making this come true. I got some ideas on the corn. Right, let's not FOMO because it's coming. The FOMO is coming, right? And we're gonna hopefully get a move. But shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Auto Gang. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's jump into the charts. On the 2-day, we got nothing here. Well, maybe a reversal that's brewing, but we'll see. On the daily, we've got a red dot. I'm pretty sure. Yes, I've checked this out. Money flow seems to be straight up, and VWAP is down below, maybe coming over. Who knows? But right now, we haven't had any signs. Now, I know we just got quite the Wick. John Wick's in the house. Shout out to John Wick out there pulling out. Don't mess with John Wick's dog because, you know, the Auto Gang, we got his back. We got the Hitman in the Discord channel. Don't forget to join the Discord channel. We having fun better. You ought to know better. Come on now. So we get into this. Let's get down to the 12, the nitty gritty. Let's get into those lower time frames because, you know, we like to trade on the short term, right? I'm a carpenter by trade, so I like to come into the charts and try to extract profits as quickly as possible and let the trades run, just like I've let this long run. You know what? This has gone up to 240%. It's back down to 180%. And right now, my profits have been taken. I'm waiting for higher highs. And you know what? If it comes lower, I might add to it, but we'll get to those levels if I'm going to add into them anyways. But the entry is not bad, and it's pretty protected with some good leverage. So, oh, oopsie. Popping up pictures of the misses. My bad. Anyways. So, we're out here. What do I got? I got a fib for you guys. I pulled a fib, you know what I mean? And right now, we got some confluence, right, with the 19.4 area with the pullback. But we're going to get into that a little bit more in detail. Now, what's going on? We're curving down, right? But we're not really curving down on the price action, right? So, what are we getting? We're getting a divergence, bearish divergence on most time frames right now, right? We're making higher highs and lower lows on our indicator on the beautiful market Cipher B, right? I got a link in the description down below. I don't expect you to go and buy it because, you know what, it's quite expensive, and, you know, I didn't have it until I was, you know, quite a profitable trader. Yes, we have news, so let's get rid of this. News is coming. Be ready for news. Volatility, yes, not so good. Or maybe it is good. But remember, when there's news, wait for the first move. The first move will lie to you. The second move is normally where it's going, so you got to be patient. And remember, good risk management. Get your profits and get out early. That's how I like to trade them. So let's be careful out there, Auto Gang. Let's be careful. Now, I've pulled this fib for a reason. Now, I have some ideas of a pullback, right? With all this bearish divergence on multiple time frames, right? We got bear divs out the wazoo, right? So, Auto Gang, let's be safe out there. Why do I have the fibs pulled? Well, I have the fibs pulled just to show you a bit of confluence to where I believe that this price can retrace back to, right? Because I'm still not a completely perma bear, but I am bearish, right? We are in a downwards market, right? So can we bounce off of these areas? Well, I do have them marked out for a good reason, right? So I'm going to pull up the blinding levels that I always do so you guys can see how my messy charts are and what I'm thinking, right? So clearly, if I turn off market Cipher, make it a little bit cleaner for you guys, you can see here on the 2 hour and the 1 hour, we are forming some sort of higher highs, right? If I look at this, and if I was a pattern person, right? You know, I would say we're flagging out here, which typically breaks down to the downside, right? Right? If I was Elliott wave theory, I'm sure I could find 5 waves in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does that mean we correct downwards? Yeah, it does. Elliott wave theory. So does that mean we're going downwards? Well, there's so much pointing that we need at least a retracement, right? You can't have this giant parabola ski jump all the way up and then just tread sideways again, right? But remember, we're trading this whether the market goes up or down. So we got to be safe out there, practice good risk management, right? And not FOMO in like this guy here, you know what happened to him. And if you don't, well, he lost his head, right? And guess what? If you sell, it's going to go up. If you hold, it's going to go sideways. And if you buy, it's typically going to drop. That's just the way the market makers want it to happen to you. So let's try to prevent that, take profits early, right? And get into these high risk, high reward trades with higher percentages, because you guys are the ones in control. You guys are pressing the buy button, you guys are pressing the sell button, and you guys are setting your stop losses, right? We're not moving the stop losses, we're coming in with confluence, we're trading the ranges. Now we've had this big push down, and I called this short earlier in the Discord right around 21.3, and guess what, it came back down. You know what, I missed the trade, but I called the trade. I saw the trade. I called the trade. I didn't take the trade because it wasn't at the computer, and I have a rule that I can't trade unless I'm at my laptop, because I seem to be not as profitable when, I'm trading at work and I'm kind of, not fully on the charts. So I've made a new rule for me, and it's helped me out, right? So yes, I'm looking for another move up, right? I'm looking for a bounce here. Will we get a bounce? Well, I'm hoping for a little bounce up so I can get a better entry on a short and hopefully ride it down. But if you zoom into the 5 minute, look at that wick. Is that wick even visible on the 1 minute? Wow, that was one quick move. Wow. How many people you think got liquidated here? Wow. They're just going to grab liquidity and possibly push the price up to where we can get exhausted and rejected, right? Because you can see here the same thing happened when the bulls tried to push up. They got rejected quite hard here, right? Bang, back down, right? So we've come down. So there's quite a tug of war going on between these charts, right? And guess what? This is okay, because with volume has slightly decreased over the time. If we go to the 2 hour here, slightly decreased, right? You can see right here it's slightly decreased, right? But that doesn't mean that there isn't more volume than there was way back here. If you can look at my chart, oh my God, that seemed like forever, right? Seemed like forever. So what am I seeing? I'm seeing this upward flag coming up here, right? 1, 2, 3, 5 pattern, typically breaking to the downside. Can it retrace? Well, I pulled this Fibonacci earlier in the video, and you can see that days line up perfectly with volume areas, and we could possibly get a move. So let's turn on the VR VP and take a look at the volume profiles and zoom out a bit so we can get a better kind of idea of what's going on here. And boom, we got this giant volume node right at 19.2, right? We have this marked out on our charts, right? We'll show the prices, right? So this 19.3, 19.2 area, but typically, basically we want to see come down to the 236, and if it comes down to the 938, I am telling you, I am bearish all over again. I am a bit bearish, but I'm really bearish. You know what I mean? I'm Canadian. I'm going to get out the plaid. I'm going to get out the maple syrup and pancakes. We're going to be ready to go. Let's go, Aunt Jemima. We got a date. You know what I mean? And then, obviously, I have these levels marked out from previous cycles to show you guys. We come up here, and we got a little bit more volume coming up that we're trying to get above right now on the weekly 2 and the weekly 1, right? So make sure you have these marked out on your charts. Up or down, we're gonna extract profits. Now it's coming to this chart with a plan. We have a golden pocket above us that's holding us down, and it's typical throughout all the markets. Now I said on Sunday that there was definitely something to be made here, whether we're gonna go up and down on the S&P, and guess what? We have stalled out at this trend line. If we zoom in a bit here and we back it up a bit, we can see that we have gotten rejected perfectly off this trend line, and we are curling down. Now, what does the mini future say? Because they currently are open. Well, we've popped up to this trend line as well. I'll turn off the VRVP because we don't really need that right now, or the VWAP, right? And we're bouncing up on this trend line. We're knocking, right? We're knocking up here, and hopefully we get a rejection. Now, what's the Dixie doing? Is it pumping? Is it dumping? Well, it's dumped. Maybe that is to set up a pump, right? Because clearly 1, 2, 3, 4 touches down here, right? This is strong support, right? So we got to be weary that, it's going to keep bouncing and rejected. And if it pumps, well, Bitcoin will inevitably dump, right? So we're watching that as well. But with Bitcoin, let's practice good risk management. Let's trade the range. The range is clearly between this box right here. This is your box, and you should be trading, scalping, short and long. And if not, you know what? Wait for the bigger move. Wait for a bigger tell. We will get it this week. I'm almost certain, right? We're getting some news. We're getting some sideways action. But the best thing about this is that we're actually getting some action and some volatility where we're able to extract some profits. So if this has provided any value, you know what? We just got 100 subscribers, man. I'm so grateful for you guys. You know, shout out to all of you. Like and subscribe. Join the Outer Gang. Join us in the Discord. We're out here giving the TA on a daily basis, just having a great old time, making money. You know, I've gotten some great comments back thanking me and all this stuff. And really, it's about you guys. You know, you guys have inspired me to actually share what I've been doing, so that I can help you guys become better, right? That's what it's all about. It's about community. It's about being friendly and kind and loving to one another and supporting each other through this journey of financial freedom, of trying to, you know, fill the bags and create a life for you and your family and whoever else is in your love life of sincere desire. So thank you so much. I appreciate you all. To the next 100, to maybe the thousands, who the heck knows, but I'll be doing it with you guys. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. God bless and have a good night.